Hello everybody and welcome to part 26 of my Desert China series. We currently have a two-front war going on, which is a bit misleading because on the one front versus the Inca, it's completely one-sided, so it's not like that is stressing our efforts, although it is tying up a number of our units. So just wanted to be clear about that. Two things going into this section. First of all, being that I want to switch the build here to artillery. Uh, I do want the. Let me see this real quick. What do we got here? 31. Okay, so we would be. How many turns? 24 more hammers across 2 turns. Is 12 hammers. I don't think we can do that. Anyways, I do want to build a musicians guild, and I did want to spam a few arts here. But right now we're making our push, so let's put the artillery ahead of the musicians guild. Unfortunately, it says 2 turns to build this one. We were spitting them out one at a time due to the overlap of hammers, and that means right when we could be working on the Manhattan project, we're going to have to take a delay for the Musicians Guild. And then, of course, the other thing I just wanted to point out is we're almost on the 1200 faith line, which means it will be time to purchase another great prophet. Cusco is falling fast, and we're about to take T1. Hopefully, once we take T1, we can get like some cities in the deal because we saw the Inca were already offering us cities. Let me double check, make sure we sold off in there. Okay, so I'm going to pass the turn now. So yeah, we got to keep an eye on the faith count so that we don't miss out on that. I'm thinking in the future I might handle open borders a little differently. I'm going to do my research, but I'm guessing if we had put more of a focus on works, great works earlier, and been a little more open with our borders, maybe the tourism situation wouldn't be putting so much ideological pressure on us. But we'll be taking measures to correct for that, so not that big of a deal. Alright, before I get too far, let's just check this. 25 and 1, 15 and 1. This is the last turn, so maintenance does not matter. Aqueduct is the most profitable. Let's sell that. Borders grow here, don't matter. Great person born. I want to continue making those great works. The tourism is more important to us than the rushing a policy at this point. Let's just take a look at where it went and fix that if we want to. Yeah, let's move it over to Shanghai. That is a border city. So okay, I think I did make the first great artist into a great work because we had one slot, and then I started going Golden Age because we didn't have slots. However, once we had slots, maybe that would have been the thing to do. And I suppose it's worth, now that we have 3 great works that are not providing a theming bonus, maybe we should look into satisfying this. To maximize your bonus, make sure the great work slots are filled with art from different eras and different civilizations. That sounds like a tough act to follow. Let's see what we can do. This is medieval China. No, this is Inca. The Inca? Oh. Did we steal it and like it was in a city? No? Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, now I remember. Okay, I remember now. So medieval Inca. Let's try and Don Quixote and Faust. Let's try to swap those for great works that are not Inca and not medieval. I think that's a tall order, but we can try. Here's Renaissance and Industrial. So that would be our options. Will he swap it for Quixote or Faust? Modern. He's his Renaissance. Let's try Renaissance for Renaissance. Oh, not willing to do it? Or can we not swap? I don't know if you can swap over. I mean, we could try the other one. Faust? No? Okay. What about this? Not Faust. Not Don Quixote. Okay. Maybe you can't trade. I honestly don't remember if I ever knew that piece of information or not. Um, but yeah, if we had made great works of art, then we could get a theming bonus. Our tourism could be up. We could be squashing that. So I did remember earlier on that there are reasons why I like the great works. And now I think we've identified the reason why.
Saluti.
Ideological pressure
No.
in the later game. Okay, why is he... Well, I mean, that's kind of hard to avoid at this point. Everybody's splitting hairs. Like, everybody's choosing sides, alliances. It's realistic, I suppose. Lost forces from Buenos Aires, not a big deal, because as you saw, we were able to sell one. So, okay, so the way we addressed this, we did make it to where zone of control stopped him from being able to... Oh, look at this. Poland's coming over. Okay, so maybe they'll help us stave off Sao Paulo. What's this look like? Slam dunk. Neat. Okay. Let's see here. We could shoot this guy with A artillery. Yep, and then probably finish him off with this. Alright, good deal. I wanted to do it that way because I'd really like for this artillery to be able to move forward since he's occupying one of the tiles across the river and we're still trying to get people across the river and we don't have a road connection there to assist with that just yet. So yeah, moving him down to, let's say, here. Okay. Looks like our friends in Ragusa are dealing with this. It also looks like either the trade route is here or they've pillaged it. Either way, let's just start moving around here, see if we can find some more caravans. It's a lot of wooded area, so it's kind of risky, but what else is he going to do right now? So yeah, I think just pushing into here makes sense. Let's go ahead and do this for the flanking bonus. I'm not worried about this situation. I know he's got the Great Wall. He's going to protect the guy in the marsh, and the fact that we are so strong of a unit compared to everything around us, pillage and move, should be a viable way to just keep him alive, and not just like on the skin of his teeth, but relatively healthy. And then, of course, if that turns out not to be the case, hopefully we have the ability to pull him out. Alright, so the push towards Sao Paulo is actually overdone, I suppose. Let's have this guy heal up, and then this guy can cross the river here to help protect the workers, if nothing else. Get those going there. And he can also act as a blocker for that. Okay, so that works out pretty well. And then Helmet Head here. Comes as far as he can. And waits. Right. Okay, how far can this worker move? All the way to here before he runs out of points, so let's go up to there and get started on rail. This worker gets started on rail here. He's going to finish up the rail and then head east, because these two workers can handle pretty much everything over here, I would think. Okay. So we could probably one-shot this guy, yeah. Let's squash him with that unit. That way this artillery can get into position over there. He can come there. He can come there. And that's nice because these two can start shooting. He can come there. So let's just... defend. He's probably the one that's going to get shot. And we do have a zone of control over the city. So I'm actually going to start withdrawing this guy. Have him head to the southern war. These two infantry should be able to do everything we need to over there. And we need to start getting everybody over here. Okay, you continue the rail. You're fine. Okay, we'll hop up here. Okay, good. Good clearance there. Get eyes on some city tiles. Alright, 1, 2, we're on level with this little finger, so I figure let's just come over here. And now we'll do like a diagonal. Not quite hugging the coast, but... yeah. And just to make sure I did not forget, did we actually make sure to sell something off? Okay, bye-bye, Olan. No more negative pressure. And as we pass the turn, this is going to be where we cross the threshold for a profit. So I do not want to miss out on that. We're going to go straight in. First thing. Yeah, see, he's offering lots of cities. So hopefully taking one more, we can get even more. And this is part of the reason I want our happiness to be up. Because it is going to take us time to burn all those cities down, whatever we end up getting. Great work swap. Oh! Oh, wait. Okay, so since I moved into that menu and had one of mine queued up and didn't pull it, somebody else, okay, it was seen as being on offer. Okay, well, I'm glad that got pointed out to me then, because... Alright, well, that sucks because I would not have done that. Anyways, let's not lose focus here. Atomic theory is here. This means a number of things. We do want to get on the Manhattan Project as soon as possible. I guess there's not really that big of a rush, though, because it's going to be a while before we can do anything with it. But nevertheless, getting it out of the way sooner rather than later seems like a good idea. Is that considered a national wonder? I don't actually know. But I do want to make sure we purchase a great profit before I forget. Alright, so let's look into the Great Works thing. I may have accidentally set us up for... yeah. Let's see, your culture. It was a writing, so Aztecs, industrial. Well, I mean, at least it's an advanced era. But by doing that, we've very likely helped them in some way. Maybe they have Oxford built and they're getting a theming bonus now. So if I could go back, I would not have done that. I guess I didn't understand that whole thing as much as I thought I did. Alright, so we got growth here in Guangzhou. We are still rushing the factory 6 and 3. We come here, it's 5 and 3, so that's obviously better. We'll do it like that. Promotions to hand out. New art gets rough, of course. And this guy gets second rough. Okay. So I'm thinking, looking at this whole situation, have him come here for flanking bonus. He can flanking bonus this guy. He can pillage and move into this guy. I don't want to have all my guys wrapped up in Sao Paulo like this, though. A spy has been recruited. Alright. Iron to Hiawatha. Okay. Now ally of Sidon. Cool. And that gives us dies that we had previously sold off, so that's kind of nice. Alright, so that's extra happiness at a time when we kind of need it. Sidon has declared war, that's obvious. Gandhi has declared war on Pachacuti. Alright, more hate going that way. Alright. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't know what was going on there, but I've learned, so that's good. Mombasa election rigged. Valletta election shenanigans. They are our ally, though. Oh, Brazil's ally versus... Okay, I was wondering why these two were fighting. It's unfortunate that we got the underdog here. City is blockaded by an enemy unit. I don't know what that means. I've never seen that icon before. So let's see. Valletta election shenanigans. Sidon, election rigged. Mombasa, election rigged. Okay, so let's say we take our good spy here. We'll put that in Valletta to try and offset all of that. It's not too important either way, both because they're militaristic and they're so far away from us, it's not that important. But we'll move the new guy into Beijing to kind of take over for that. And uranium discovered. Oh, we planted our city on top of uranium. Look at that. Okay, so that's instant 4. I don't know if that means the city town now has more production. It kind of looks like it, but I haven't been paying attention. As far as the uranium itself, we're not going to need it anytime soon, right? This is the next we could get it for, and that would be 22 turns from now. Yeah, and Brazil's got plenty of uranium. Wow, and both of their cities we plan on taking. Nice. All the more reason to take them, right? So this is another reason to go technologically advanced and then start conquering the world. You get to take all the resources. Okay. So I'm thinking what that means is we might as well just sell off the uranium. Nobody else can make use of it, obviously. We can, but not anytime soon. And if we need it in the meantime, we're about to conquer some more. And yeah, it's going to take a number of turns, but we can address that. So let's see here. India, everybody wants some, so let's go. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. Let's take a look at this real quick. Because we're about to take on a whole lot of cities, right? We're going to be conquering this, and we'll probably get some in a peace deal. So, for example, he wants iron. I don't know how many he wants, but we have an abundance of iron. So let's use this opportunity to get his incense. Usually they want to do 5 for that, and that works. It probably wouldn't have worked except for the fact that he indicated he did want iron is why it worked. Now we could do something similar with the uranium, but we only have 4. So let's just sell it off. I'm going to sell it to the guy who's trailing simply because we know for sure that he's going to be least likely to be able to abuse it. And it's Gandhi. Like, selling him uranium just seems kind of funny from a Civ history perspective. Okay, as much as I'd like to go into nuclear fission, we do have the ability to build planes now. So I'm thinking maybe heading this way would be a way to go. If we make it to biology, we get another trade route, we uncover oil, we unlock hospitals, but more importantly, we get archaeology along the way, and that's an easy way to get some relatively quick tourism here and there. Start getting that theming bonus up and stuff, museums, whatnot. So, yeah. I like that idea. Let me know what you guys think as far as that situation goes. Alright, so that's artillery number 3. And every artillery that gets built here gets a promotion right away because of Brandenburg Gate. So I am considering building one more before we do Writers Guild. On the other hand, it might be worthwhile to get the Musicians Guild up. Well, actually, maybe we could just forget about the Musicians Guild at this point. Because how long would it take us to build Manhattan? Only 4 turns. And that's as many turns as it would take to finish archaeology. Okay. Manhattan project costs 750, so it's 4 turns because right now we have a good amount of spillover. Is that accurate? Yeah, 169 already put towards it. Because we don't need to rush the music. We're still in a situation where I don't want to work a Musicians Guild because of wanting to work the land. And that's true in other cities as well, because we've taken on a lot of specialist slots pretty rapidly because of factories and stuff. And the whole reason we wanted to get into the Musicians Guild so quickly is to deal with like ideology pressure. But if we're heading towards archaeology, maybe we can skip that for now. Just for now. The capital will no doubt... Actually, we don't even have to guess. What does an archaeologist cost? 200 hammers. So that's almost 1 per turn in the capital. And right now we have 2, 3 slots. So yeah, we could rectify that fairly quickly. And who knows, maybe get some sites along the way. So the question is to build 1 more artillery, because keep in mind if we do build 1 more artillery, that spillover, that huge spillover is going to go towards the artillery. There'll be less spillover, so I'm guessing the Manhattan project would be closer to 5 turns. It would be close. I mean, we could do the math. It's not that important. The question is, would we want to only be able to start doing like archaeologists and stuff right as biology is getting finished? Because once biology is finished, we will want to get that caravan up real quick. So, yeah. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Rio de Janeiro, 3 tiles away would be 1, 2, 3. I mean, we have room for 4 artillery. It really comes down to how much. let's just take a look at what artillery's. Let's see, they're 28. I know they have indirect fire. Bonus versus cities, 200. Now, I think that means 200 on top of what it already does. So towards the city, it would be as if it had a combat strength of 84. And this city has a combat strength of 59. Getting our units marching through the Great Wall lands, probably not going to be that big of a problem. We do have a couple of eras on these guys. And Ragusa is representing on the Fortaleza front, so that's absolutely amazing. I'm really thrilled about that. Hey, look at that. Our borders are going to occupy even more uranium very soon. That is wonderful. That is so good. I didn't even see that at first until I was looking at this. I guess my point was that if we had 3 artillery rather than 4, we could line them up on this side of the river. Logistically, that might be a little quicker, and we could just start firing on Rio. So let's take this guy here and move him onto the hill. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. From here we got amazing visibility. So this artillery can go ahead, set up, and shoot that guy. Let me wait 1 second. This is a problem I always have. We obviously would like to move a great general. Now he should be able to do just a little bit more, especially since we're China. Okay, there we go. Okay, and that makes this exchange that much less favorable for him. Because if we can occupy this hill with the artillery, we can just start going to work on our Rio once we have visibility on it. And because this guy is so mobile, the ability to move and pillage and keep eyes on Rio, probably pretty good. So that's pretty neat. See a caravan here. I don't want to lose sight of that. Alright, so let's start addressing all of this here. There's that. Can we just one-shot this guy? Absolutely. Here we will pillage and then one-shot this guy, hopefully. No, not the case. Alright. Well, he can't go nowhere. And if we weaken him up, maybe Rome or Poland takes it out. Either way, this gives this infantry a reason to come in. Now, our great general is a little bit in a precarious position, so maybe I have this guy come over here just to protect him. That seems like a good idea, because he's probably the most likely candidate for intercepting this trade route. When I go to pass the turn, we'll have to make sure that that's the case. Want to come over here? We can see Olan, was it? Yeah, Olan is dead. So let's see here. Get him on the road, rail, whatever. And we can start shooting at this city now. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay. Still have successful encirclement, so we'll just have these guys, you know, toughen up there. We'll have him come over here. This gets us eyes over here, but the eyes over here aren't all that useful. We can continue going into the forest just looking for caravans, but I'm rather pleased with all of this. Now, these guys are actually pretty tanky, so I'm going to actually have him start moving over here, kind of assist this guy. I like the fact that there's hills here, because getting eyes on Rio is going to be pretty easy. Alright, so let's take a look at how we want to do all of this. Have him come down here. Is that a given? I think so, because we can cross right back across the river here. It's just a question of, do I have him lead and have the arc cross in the background, so to speak? Because we don't really need to protect the artillery. There's lots of protection here. If it lands here, we can get to here and okay. Let's do that. Okay, I like that. And then he can occupy the city tile, which if we choose to go across here, this road stem means we still get here in one turn, so it's not like we're wasting mobility there. Although we did just kind of take the mobility from this artillery. But that's the same situation. They either both get across the road or not. Nevertheless, let's just go ahead and switch. It'll favor the artillery, especially since this is a city tile. It's just more suited to ranged. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, missionary. Not too concerned about that right about now. Just going to get more eyes on that island there. Worker, let's see, he's finishing the rail to Shanghai, so he can get started on the rail to Nanjing. And then, of course, this guy, once he's finished, can help him do the rail to Guangzhou, and we'll go from there. Cool. All right. And we did buy the missionary, and there's no cities being raised currently. So I do believe we have addressed everything and are in position to pass our turn. Oh yeah, I wanted to do it here so we can see where that caravan moves. If it comes towards Sao Paulo, we just take it. Oh, look at that. He did actually make the push. And we did actually intercept it. All right. So that worked out really well. I don't think it happened that way, but it would have been really nice if Poland went first, because then Sao Paulo's bombard would have gone towards Poland, not us. But, you know, whatever. Okay, lots going on. Again, we're just at that part of the game where every turn's going to have lots and lots and lots of decisions going on. Triple stack, alright. Demands marble. I don't know how much we've seen marble this game. We can take a look at that in just a second. Let's clear out these quick ones. Morocco has denounced Poland. Alright. That's too bad, because Poland's actually proving to be a fairly useful ally right now. Since Rome was first to take a competing ideology, pushing into Rome next might be the thing to do. But as we saw at the end of the last turn, we have lots of turns on all of our friendships, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Wow. Venice has declared war on the Inca. So is there anybody they're not at war with? They're probably just their friends Brazil, right? They're at war with China, Venice, Poland, Iroquois, Rome, India, Morocco. That's 8. 8 out of 10. So just not the Aztecs. Is the Aztecs... Yeah, the Aztecs and Brazil are the only people not declaring war on them. It's just weird to me because all their land's over here to the west. So really... I mean, there's that little Polish city there. Anyways, let's move on. Assign delegates because we're choosing host. I think that has to do with me moving into a new era. Production. Shanghai is ready. Factory is up. Let's do that. Oh, and look, that half of food from our policy actually made it to where it grows from 6 to 5. That's incredible. Okay, in this city, I think favoring happiness. I know our happiness is doing really good. Oh wow, I never noticed that about the enhanced user interface before. That's actually useful to know because there are times when my mouse is out and about and I might accidentally click on that. I think I'm going to leave that off by default. Yeah, cool. So yeah, I do think favoring Zoo here would be the way to go. We could use this opportunity to build artillery. If we did that, I'd want to build the forge first and amplify those hammers. But Zoo, 3 turns is actually when we're going to be around the time to build archaeologists and stuff, so maybe that's what that city does at that time. Looks like this guy is toast finally, or will be, so we no longer have to worry about that. We'll go shoot, 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 shoot. Cool. So it looks like this next turn, this guy's just going to be able to take it. I would get this guy out of here, but there's no easy way to do it. And once the city's ours, traveling through here, it would be the same thing, right? Because best we could do right now is move here. It means next turn we end up on, well, not even on the road. So yeah, let's just sit tight there. All right, what's going on here? Horses, iron, and open borders with who? I guess it doesn't much matter. Gandhi. All right, whatever. So nobody wants the iron, but we do have people who want horses, including Rome, who has luxuries. So let's see if we can... Oh, wait, we don't have 5 horses to sell, do we?
Salve.
No. Okay, the reason that worked with the iron is because we had so many of them. A big old stack. All right, let's try selling the horse to Ahmed. All right, there we go. Now, Well, actually, before I did the... Well, no, because we don't have 5. Never mind. There's some marble. Alright, Rome's got marble somewhere in his empire. He might very well be our next target, so... Okay, it looks like Arretium or perhaps Arpinum. Cersei. The Lannisters are hiding all the marble. Good deal. Okay, so yeah, this guy is missing 25, so he's a candidate for, well, close enough. Pillage move. And we've got this guy here. Oh, right. Look at all this. So this should take 3 movement points for him to attack here. Which means we could then pillage if we're damaged enough. And we would have eyes on Rio at that point. Part of me wants to use the artillery to do the damage I can, and part of me wants to make sure we stay focused on getting the artillery into position so we can start whacking on Rio. Okay, I do think this guy's move will clearly be to here or here. I don't think it makes a difference between the two. Actually, let's say here, because I noticed this guy could go here or here. The reason why I don't necessarily want to go here is I'm thinking about moving the Gatling gun over here and doing that. So, yeah, we got a Great General covering down here, and we do know that no matter what happens, some unit's going to end up on this tile. It's either going to be the Gatling gun or this infantry, so we can safely move our Great General there. Are you guys ready to finish this up yet? You are. Good. This will help with our little traffic jam here. Okay, that's actually quite good. That opens up the options of... Well, we could get this some artillery here, assuming we can deal with this. Let's just take a look at this. That would do about 37, and this would do about 42. That's actually really good. The two together. If it's not enough to fully finish him off, though, I don't know if that's the best use of our efforts. So perhaps using the artillery here, and then Gatling here. Yeah, that won't finish him off, but then the cavalry can swoop in, and then we'll have eyes on Rio. And we'll be in a position to pillage move, keep an eye on Rio the whole time. We do need to be careful. I don't know how many forces he's got back here that he can push up and punish the cavalry. So we don't want that to be our main focus. So it looks to me as if perhaps this guy here works. And actually with the rail here being finished the way it is, we can get another infantry right down here, I think. This guy, or which means this guy could too. Yeah? No? Okay. So it would be this guy. Perhaps that's just the move to make now. And then we can focus our efforts over here. Because frankly, this guy is not that big of a threat. Actually, you know what? We could finish him off with this guy. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. That works better. I like that better because it doesn't put our cavalry into a precarious position. So before I make that decision, let's just go ahead and move this guy into the Great Wall here, just to get a clearer picture of what is and is not around. We'll go ahead and pillage here, and it does not look like a one-shot here, but it is a very good exchange rate. The reason why I don't want to take it, though, is I just want to free up this tile so that this guy can move. So yeah, if we move him here, we zone of control this guy, which means if our cavalry ends up here, we're only risking a bombard at that point, and whatever might emerge along the road system to pop out and snap us. But anything that is here will be within range of artillery. I don't want to waste the artillery too much on units, but we do need to make sure that when they get into position for firing on Rio, they are adequately protected. Okay, so we'll move this guy down here. That keeps this guy who's in the marsh a little bit more safer. And yeah, I've decided. Let's go ahead. Oh wait, I can't now. I occupied this with infantry. Okay, well. Well, that's unfortunate because I left this guy at risk and this is a favorable exchange rate. Well, actually it looks like it's in our favor, but nevertheless. Does this actually have a Brazilwood camp? Okay, but we do not have the mobility to both pillage and attack. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate because I did kind of decide that we could just take this out, but he's already occupying this tile, and so now we can't. So let's do our focus fire here. That way at least we are... Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Well, right now all of our units are safe from this musket man, so at least there's that. Okay. Well, this is the only one that can reach this tile. He's only got one mobility left, so we really should push into this guy. That's unfortunate. At least he's not in bombard range, and he is in a position to very quickly skedaddle. So now it's just a question of where to put these other artillery to make them maximum effect right now. I think it's clear this one should just go here. And now we have an infantry and an artillery to consider. He can go there. And then the infantry can end up on this hill. And that's nice because he's inside our border. He can protect from the Sao Paulo side or whatever. Okay, so great generals. This great general actually has almost a full spread on everybody, but we'll move this guy here. There we go. Okay. That took a lot of time, but it's worth planning out. And in the end, I actually made a mistake, so it's a little embarrassing, but, you know, that sort of thing can happen. We got a lot going on. Speaking of which, we do have a great prophet here, too, right? That we need to attend to. I'm kind of eager to get on that. He can... Wow, that's quite a range. He should be safe here. I'm not worried. And then this foreign legion. Yeah. At some point we are going to need to figure out which one of these are not foreign legion and, you know, move them to the west. But for now, being this strong in Brazil's lands is not a problem. Okay, this worker is freed up. Is there anything up here we'd want to repair in the meantime? The ivory? Yeah, the ivory. Which is unfortunate because the prophet just ended the turn there. So... that's my fault. We'll just come here and... because the ivory we can repair and then sell off in lump sum and then just, you know... y'all know the drill. Okay, so this will take 3 points. We can see... oh, the great engineer actually retreated. Maybe it's worthwhile to keep this guy in the area. Looks like Ragusa's throwing everything at it, but I don't think they'll be successful. Well, we should be safe from bombard here. The only difference here would be is that we'd have the vantage point of the hill. Caravan, huh? Why? We haven't been... okay, that's the one going to Ragusa. So let's just take a look here. Who else wants a trade route? Nobody. And we were talking about sending another one to Shanghai, right? 19 and 5, 21 and 4. Yeah. Let's send it to Shanghai. Feed Shanghai. Is there already one going to Shanghai from Guangzhou? Probably, right? Shanghai, okay. I just wanted to make sure we were getting the most out of potential religious pressure as well, especially given how overpowering the Inca are right now. I suppose the prophet could have along the way done Cusco, but I figured doing that, like... oh, crap! What am I doing? Why would I send it to Tijuana? We're going to burn that to the ground. Oh, man, I was just thinking to myself, we'll do this last. Since, you know, the later we do it, the more of his progress we'll erase. Oh, man. And then if I didn't send it here, we could have been starting on the ivory already. Wow, okay. That was a mistake on my part. We didn't want the prophet coming this way. I don't know where we do want him. We just, you know, down in here and stuff, but... Well, maybe using a charge to flip T1 now shuts it off earlier. Well, no, because we're going to burn it to the ground. It'll take another... I can't call it. That's a lot of... Well, we are doing a good job at damaging the pressure. Alright. So maybe what we do is we actually hide the Great Prophet in Cusco, and then once we're done burning all the cities nearby and limiting the pressure, we flip it and then take off. We might have to use a second one on Machu. Ugh. So bad. Alright. I need to do Eagle Eye a little bit more frequently, I think. Anyways, we might as well just hop up on the hill, get some visibility. I'm liking the lack of units back here. That's very inspiring. Okay, so we'll back them back up there. Artillery can set up. Not that it matters, but whatever. Okay. So there's all of that. Alright. Well, we are a good amount past the half-hour mark, so I'm going to call it here. A lot going on. This is good practice, though, and I'm really enjoying it. So, thank you guys for joining me. Please leave your comments below. Anything you think I'm missing, things you'd do differently. I'm doing this to learn. I'm learning a lot through my own play, talking things out with you guys. And, of course, you guys always come up with ideas I hadn't thought of, or that I did know, and I just, could benefit from the reminder. So, thank you all for all of that. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next part. Take care.